One major problem I see is men just drifting through life, just living life with no purpose, living life to a degree where it's just average, just leaning towards vices, needing that instant gratification, that pleasure to escape from life because they're not happy with their life. They know that they're operating through their lowest self. And that's being controlled by the devil, right? The devil wants to keep you locked in vices, which will then lead to addictions. And you got to understand that God created you for a reason. He didn't create you to literally fall victim to the devil, right? He didn't create you to live an average life. He created you to do great things, to do exceptional things. And you won't be able to see this now because you're more than likely operating through your lowest self, right? Living an average life, stuck in an average job. You've got average friends. Life just doesn't have much meaning or purpose to it. And that's why you indulge in vices, because things just don't feel right. And the only way you can feel some sort of pleasure and feel good and just escape a little bit is the vices, right? And I totally get it. That's what I was doing for the last 10 years. I was literally indulging in vices, indulging in women, right? I would always cheat on all my girlfriends, sleep with a bunch of women. And I just had literally the wrong friends around me, right? I was part of the wrong social circle, and I'm totally responsible, right? I'm totally responsible for how my life turned out, right? All the things that I went through. However, if only I had the right guidance, if only I had the right role models in my life when I really needed them, right? Especially when I was in my 20s, then things could have probably taken a different turn. But it is what it is. God made me go through these tests in life, and He did it for a reason, because He wanted me to shine my light on others, overcome the problems, the adversity that I was faced with. And here I am today making this video to wake you up to your full potential, because trust me, when you drift through life, when you literally just live life with no purpose, and you're literally stuck even in a relationship you probably don't like, you're stuck in a job that you really hate, you know that there is literally a better life out there for you. You're just stuck, okay? And this is the thing, when we operate through our lowest self, when we don't have purpose, we don't have clarity, we don't have direction in life, that's when we literally just end up just drifting, right? And the last thing I want for you to do, and if there's any advice I'd like to give you from me drifting in the last, let's say 10, 15 years of my life, yes, I had good memories, as I said, but I didn't have direction, I didn't have purpose, right? And that is literally a death sentence. The advice is to literally don't waste time, right? Because the last thing you want to do is live this life, live this existence with regret, okay? And regret is literally, in my opinion, another definition of fear, right? It's another version of fear. It's a low frequency feeling, okay? It's very close to being to death, right? So you've got death, and then you've got regret, you've got shame, you've got guilt, you've got resentment, all these low frequency feelings. And this is literally a byproduct of drifting through life, okay? Having no purpose as a man. And when you operate through that lower self, right? You don't have purpose, you don't get outside your comfort zone. You literally just do what everyone else is doing, living for the weekends, living to have fun, living to indulge in vices. That's when you find that you are literally stuck in this cycle of filling an empty void, okay? It doesn't matter how many holidays you try to go on. It doesn't matter where you go on your annual leave. It doesn't matter what car you buy that you literally are trying to repay and pay off. It doesn't matter what relationship you get in, right? You can get in a relationship with the hottest girl ever. But at the end of the day, if you've got no purpose, if you just literally drift through life and you are, relying on external things to fill that empty void inside, then nothing's going to literally please you, right? And you're always going to be choosing pleasure over purpose. And when you do that, you become selfish, you become unconsciously selfish because you're always thinking about your desires, how you can please yourself. It's me, 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 me. And when you do that, God literally humbles you by making you feel all those low frequency feelings, right? The shame, the guilt, the resentment, the regret, the anger, negative self-talk. Start having arguments with those loved ones around you. And I get it, man. That's exactly how I was. And it's no way to live, right? It's no way to operate as a man. And that's why I say it's a death sentence, right? Drifting through life, having no purpose is literally damaging for men, because I see multiple men go through this. And when you see men that go through this, when you see a man in his 50s literally going through this, and you see it a lot, right? You see men who are, I can see it because I look at the world through a different lens now that I'm living a new life, right? Where I've got no addictions, where I'm not selfish, where I think about others and not myself because I'm operating through my highest self, high frequency. You only attract those sort of things in your path, right? And when you see a man that's literally a man that's drifting through life, just doing the average things, working, just getting stuck in that cycle of just accepting or settling for less, so to speak, you have that empty void inside, okay? And literally, it doesn't matter what you do, it literally doesn't matter what you buy, you're always going to feel empty inside. You're always going to have this feeling inside where you're just going to keep feeling that regret. You wish you did things differently, but now it's too late. Now you're stuck with a woman you probably don't even love. You're not even getting any sex. Your kids don't respect you. You're literally working half the time. You don't even get to spend time with your children. Do you really want a life like this? Doesn't matter what car you buy. Doesn't matter what holiday you go with your family. You still have an empty void inside. You've let yourself go. You've settled for less. I don't want this to happen to you. So if you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, please listen up, right? It's not too late to change. Trust me. I'm in my mid-30s now giving you this advice because I drifted in my 20s and it caused me to literally indulge in vices. It started off like that. It was vices, then the vices turned into addictions, then the addictions led me through a dark and lonely, miserable path, self-destruction, and I literally hated myself. I literally hated the man I saw in the mirror, and I was operating through low frequency. I started to feel so much shame that I literally couldn't even look certain people in the eye because I literally drifted so badly without purpose that I just didn't know who I was anymore, man. And that's why I got to breaking point 2 years ago in my life, right? And that's why I live a holistic life. That's why I don't do drugs. That's why I don't drink alcohol. That's why I don't eat junk food. I don't do any of that shit. That's poison, right? I don't indulge in any poison things because I literally have done that for the last 10, 15 years, like living a life like that. And I did, I had businesses, I had girlfriends, I had all this, right? I was indulging in vices at the same time as well, as I said, because I didn't have purpose. So none of those things, having the girlfriend, none of that truly made me happy because something always felt like it was missing. And that's why I wasn't able to truly settle down with a woman because I felt like something was missing. And I just pictured myself, I basically fast forwarded my life to like, let's say 50, 60 years old. And I just imagined myself married with a woman with no purpose. I've got kids and I just feel empty and broken inside and I've got vices in my life. Fuck that. I refuse to even live life that way, right? Because I see a lot of men broken who live that life. And that's why they're so miserable, because they live life with regret, and I don't want you to live that way, right? Whenever you see a man that looks pissed off half the time, or he's really serious and he's just always in a shit of a mood, I'll tell you what that is. That's regret. That's no purpose. That's emptiness inside, okay? You literally have to make sure you don't go down that path. So the moment you start removing all your friends from your life, right, who are not the right friends, okay, you know if they are or they're not, okay? So the people that have the bad habits, you got to remove these guys. You got to remove the vices. You got to clear your path. When you clear your path, only then can you set the blueprint to recorrect yourself, right? Put yourself on the corrected path. That's the only time you can literally start to activate your highest self. You can start operating through that high frequency because you've got no distractions, you've got no people pulling you off your path. And you're basically the captain now of the ship, and you get to steer the ship the way you want to, right? So I'm giving you guidance, I'm giving you direction with my videos because I've been through this before, okay? I've been through this life of no purpose, just drifting, having fun, partying, and that shit gets fucking old, man. I'll tell you that now. So as I said, man, I'm only sharing my experiences, my failures with you because I don't want you to live that life. If you feel like you're stuck and you don't know what to do, literally, you can just click the link below. I can help you recreate yourself. I can help you build your purpose. Okay, that's something that I'm passionate about doing because I've done it for myself and I can do it for others as well, right? Because you just need the right guidance, you need the right direction, right? Listen to someone who's been there before and that's done it and that's changed his life, and you will find that it would literally be the best investment of your life, right? I wish I had this guidance earlier in my life, but I literally didn't. Okay, I didn't have this guidance. I didn't know where to seek this guidance. But in a way, right, it's good that you've come across this video because this will at least open your eyes up to thinking, you know what, I'm not going to live a life that's empty. I'm not going to live a life without purpose, because you know you're destined for something greater. You're not destined to be stuck in a fucking shitty job that you know is literally just getting you by, and all your other work colleagues are just hanging for annual leave or hanging for the holidays so they can go on a holiday and then come back to their depressing job. Fuck that. You deserve more. Okay, you deserve to get the best position in that job. You deserve to start that business that you always dreamed about starting, right? Why not? You've got one life. But time's ticking, right? Time's ticking. That's one thing that literally flew for me in the last 10 years. Time just went like that. So look, man, if there's anything I can share with you, it's just don't live life with regret. Don't waste your time, okay? Clear the path, get rid of all the distractions, focus. Okay, as I said, I can help you with that if you need the help. And just focus on building your purpose. That's when doors are going to start opening for you, when you start operating through the highest frequency, when you operate through your highest self, you're aligned mentally, physically, and spiritually, right? Then you're only going to attract things in that high frequency range, right? They will come to you, doors will open. Have you ever seen someone with high frequency living a shit, miserable existence? You never have. Whenever you see a positive guy that's literally got that aura, he's literally jacked, he's got that physique, he's got the girl, he's traveling, he's doing things. Don't you think that that didn't happen by chance? That obviously is created, right? He's built that. He didn't just wake up with that shit. You got to understand, right? This is literally the formula to a man having a beautiful existence, right? And then you get to share this with others, right? You get to help others when you're operating through that high frequency, because when you operate through high frequency, it's the highest emotion is love, right? Self-love. When you have self-love, it's no longer about your selfish desires anymore. You don't have vices, you don't have distractions. You're able to operate through love, and you only want to help those who are going through problems and pain, right? You're able to inspire others because you know it's not about you anymore. It's about other people, right? It's about others, and then that's what gives you the true fulfillment in life. You don't need to get happiness from vices. You don't need to get happiness from sleeping with a bunch of women, right? You don't need to do all that shit. Trust me, I've done all this before, and it doesn't bring you any sort of happiness. It just fills an empty void. So you need to understand that you being your higher self is literally going to allow you to look at the world through a different lens. You can start helping others, okay? You can live a life with purpose, with meaning. God's going to reward you for doing that, right? He's going to be like, you know what? He's actually tapping into his high potential, his highest potential. And that's the reason why God created you. He created you to do good things as a man, right? He created you not to live life suffering, living life in misery, being average, indulging in vices. That's not the way to live, okay? That's just modern day society trying to keep you trapped in their bullshit ways, right? So you basically fall victim to pleasure, and you choose pleasure over purpose, right? So that way they can get control of you. That's why I say it's the fucking devil, man. The devil's trying to keep control over you, which is modern day society or the programming, whatever you want to call it. So then you stay weak, you indulge in vices, you make companies money, You lose your masculine aura about you, your masculine frame, and you just stay low frequency in life, live with fear, and then you've got no control, and that's you drifting through life, right? So look, man, I'm gonna end this video here. Hope you got some sort of value. Hope you woke up to this video if you're stuck right now, because I only wanna share things that have worked for me, right? I was trapped for many years, as I said, and now that I'm free, now that I'm no longer part of this matrix, I get to see the world exactly for how it is, and it's much better on this side, man. So look, if you're new to my channel, you like my content, hit the subscribe button. I only spit out raw, real content, just talk about things that I've overcome personally myself, and I want to add as much value as I can with my channel, right? I don't want to make videos on clickbait sort of titles or anything like that, right? I just talk about things my way, my style. And if you resonate with me, as I said, hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you know someone that's literally stuck right now, share this video, it can definitely help them. Drop down in the comments, you know, something that you're going through right now that's maybe a setback, because I can totally relate, man. I've walked that path before. So look, ending the video here. Going to continue with my cardio. It's a beautiful day, as you can see. Look at that. It's roughly 7:30 now. The sun's still out. But yeah, man, ending it here. Have a blessed and beautiful one, and I'll see you in the next video.